everyone. Welcome to the Evil Empire. I'm your host, Evil Empire, and this week's feature is Jund Dragons. So this deck is one that I noticed had a pretty good result in one of the esports, Insight Esports tournaments, historic tournaments that they ran right after AFR came out. So Forgotten Realms contributed a great deal of the cards to this deck. And so let's just take a look through some of the particulars. After the Brainstorm ban, I think that Thoughtseize is in a really great position. A lot of folks have commented on this. Now this is default, the most powerful thing you can do in the format at 1 mana. And I think a lot of people have gone back to Thoughtseize decks like Mono Black, Rakdos, and here I'm taking a look at the card in a Jund build. So besides Thoughtseize, we have a package of removal in Bloodchief's Thirst, Heartless Act, and 4 Dragon's Fire. There are also singleton of Maelstrom Pulse. Chandra functions like a little bit of removal for us, and Glorybringer, same deal, can deal 4 to a creature, and so therefore functions as a bit of removal. I wouldn't really count Sarkhan's passive ability as removal, but technically you can get a lot of people with that ability because nobody reads it. So if you have a couple of dragons and they're attacking with an Arclight Phoenix, they're kind of out of luck. Inferno of the Star Mounts was something that I'm putting in here as part of the dragon package just to try it out and see kind of if that haste ability and the not able to be countered ability can be something that is useful. I know Memory Lapse is going to be a really important card in the format going forward, so something that kind of gets around that and allows us to just automatically have the ability to resolve the spell. That's sort of the top end of the dragon package, and then we also have 3 Korvold, 4 Goldspan Dragon, and 2 Immersturm Predator. I have to say I've really been impressed with Immersturm Predator as a 4-drop, and something that can just attack and exile a card from the graveyard is really valuable in the meta right now. Because Faithless Looting is still around, because Dragonstorm combo definitely exists in Best of 1. I think being able to exile like an Emergent Ultimatum or a Scholar of the Lost Trove or an Unburial Rites, all of these are really good things to target with the exile ability for Immersturm Predator. And then we also have a 10 creature ramp package with 3 Magna, 4 Prosperous Innkeeper, and 3 Kalain. The 2 of these here, Prosperous Innkeeper and Kalain, also being new cards from Forgotten Realms. So then we have just kind of the mana base to talk about a little bit. Jund mana base, and only thing I added here was one of Castle Locthwain to kind of get you a card when you're out of gas. And that does happen occasionally. You're going to end up pretty much dropping your hand with this deck. The last thing that I'll say about the deck in terms of construction, I toyed around a lot with this to try to get it suitable for Best of 1. And I did try using sweepers initially, something like Crux of Fate to leave your dragons on the board. You're not really super attached to the bodies of these ramp creatures, especially with Prosperous Innkeeper and Kalain. They just make the treasure and you can be done with them. So wrathing those away is not a huge deal, but ultimately just decided to go with Maelstrom Pulse and the rest of the removal package with Dragon's Fire, because I think that's going to be a stronger look, and just try to focus on dragons on the top end and not worry about wiping the board. But if you do play the deck in Best of 3, I do have a couple of those Crux of Fate in the sideboard. So overall, I think the deck is more something that I'm doing for fun for the 50th episode. Not necessarily something that's very, very competitive on ladder, but, will hover around a 50% win rate and does do some pretty powerful things sometimes, can go off on occasion. Especially if you have a bunch of treasures from Goldspan Dragon and you're just dropping multiple dragons in a turn. That's really the best of all. So I hope you enjoy the deck. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel below, and here we go with Jund Dragons on Mythic Ladder. Yeah, this seems fine. I'll keep it. Not sure how I'm going to work in Thoughtseize because I don't have it turn 1. But it seems totally fine. So, is it Innkeeper on 2? That's some kind of Life-Gain Shell. Is what I'm playing against. I think it's just Innkeeper. really where I want to be right now. Obviously not going to spend the treasure, because I want to spend that on dragons. Doing something a little special for the 50th episode. Lord of Dragons. Dragon Lord. Alright, no land feels really bad. Let's Thoughtseize them in Kalane, even though I don't really want to get rid of this treasure. Okay, so some kind of weird token-Z build. Let's get rid of Anointed Procession. They can play that next turn. We don't want that. And just get Kalane down. Hope to draw land at some point. What are they gonna raise the alarm in response? So some kind of brought back Anointed Procession token-Z thing. Strange. You run into some strange stuff in low mythic, so... Okay, Ajani's Welcome, definitely preferable. I'd much rather have them do that. Why are they raised the alarming on their turn? That's wrong. Should have used their mana last turn to do it. Alright, so goodbye Daxos. Maybe just kill all the tokens with the pulse. Get a little 2-for-1. We will draw land someday. Some fine day in the future we will draw a land card. Just kind of living off treasure right now. Yep, they're good to attack here. So they found their red mana. Okay, well that's a problem. I guess I'll take brought back here. Or maybe second Daxos? And I think brought back. Although second Daxos is tempting. Okay, second Ajani's Welcome, not really a problem. My life total is 11, I have 2 lands, that's a big problem. Okay. So I'm gonna pre-combat, get rid of Daxos. And then, assuming that they play the second one, I'll have to figure out a way to deal with that. Alright, so get that out of the way. They play out second one. Oh, they brought back the first one. Because they drew another brought back. Huh, weird. Alright, still trying to get to that 5th land. Let's do it. This is the time of the game where I really just generally draw nothing but land, so... Meh, alright. Well, a little rampy creature. Gate of Life, off the Innkeeper. Inscard Crag. How did opponent get to Mythic? Did they just buy an account that had Mythic? Like, what is even happening? Alright, so this is going to be a post-combat Corvold. Sacking Magda. Yeah, it's tough with Corvold in this deck because you don't have a lot of sack fodder other than the treasure tokens and some of your rampy creatures. Oh boy. This can be a big pride mate. Well, I can just chump it with Innkeeper. Alright, second Daxos means first Daxos dies and they gain again. Makes this into like a 9/9. Yeah. Alright, well I don't think Dragon's Fire is going to get to it yet. But it can get to Daxos. Choose this dragon. Oh wait, no, don't target it. Don't target it, no. Oh, I can't believe it didn't even have the, like, confirm step on that. Yeah, and then choose this as the dragon I control. Get rid of Daxos, okay. I'm not going to be doing anything but chump blocking here. Sack a land. Need that as a blocker. Alright, we got a long way to go to take them down to 0, but I'm going to do it. Block with Prosperous. God, are we going to chump with a Goldspan Dragon here? I think we are. I think this is a chump blocker. And just pray they don't have removal. Alright, Windscarred Crag. Attacks with Corvold. Chumps with Goldspan Dragon. Yeah, so sack a land. Draw a land. Hit for 7. They're at 21. So 3-turn clock. Yep, jump block. Still no removal. Need a Blood Chief's Thirst in the worst way. Alright, well this was bad. I should have played Goldspan pre-combat to use my mana, but whatever, I still have the 5 I need. Well, I could just chump with this, right? Yeah, now losing that land feels really bad because I would also have Goldspan right now. Alright, sack the treasure, put another counter on Corvold. Okay, Immerstorm is
you
nice.
You and I are gonna take him out!
Immerstorm is nice because
This'll be easy.
Indestructible chump blocks. Okay, they Pacifism on the Corvold, that's weird. Nobody plays Pacifism in Constructed.
Yup, you're going down.
Alright, that does things for me. I'll cast it. Goldspan. Put an extra counter on it with the treasure. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, so now attack. Get rid of Pride Mate with Blood Chief's Thirst. And be good. Even if they have a haste creature, I have Kalane, so should be fully good at this point. Yeah, Pacifism not going to stop Corvold. Not going to stop him. Yep. No, mulligan? Okay. Put back one of the Thoughtseize. Plan on doing that turn too. Facing Angels, it looks like. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Let's see what we're facing. Only 5 cards in the opponent's hand. We should have a pretty good Thoughtseize here. Okay, some kind of combo. Torrent Sculptor combo. That's interesting. Yeah, let's take their removal. The Flamethrower Sonata is what I think that was going to be. Oh, they took the Prismari command? Okay. And it is going to let them draw and discard a lot. Oh, okay. And discard Final Pairing because I don't have any black. Let this go in tapped, and then we'll reuse the Rootbound Crag untapped to get Immerstorm Predator in there. Oh, it's kind of tempting to play Innkeeper and then wait another turn. Yeah, let's do that. They're not doing much. So if I hit land, I think I can Goldspan and Immerstorm. Otherwise, it's probably just Immerstorm. Or it could be just Goldspan. Alright, so they have Faithless Looting in the yard now. That's definitely something to prioritize eating with Immerstorm. Oh, okay, they're gonna Mastery for Final Parting. 1 to hand, 1 to library. Emerge an Ultimatum into library, okay. Or sorry, into the graveyard rather. Yeah, I wish I could haste this Immerstorm. Really need to get rid of that Emergent Ultimatum. If they can use Mastery on it next turn, hope they don't have another one, then I'll be in big trouble. Okay, good. Then they don't have another one. Alright, Corvol's pretty good, but I think it's Goldspan here. Attack for 8, 9. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, this goes away. That's really good. I love Brainstorm Predator for that. Opponent to 10 life. Gotta solve the equation in there. Alright, so Thrill discards Omniscience. Okay, so they're gonna kill one of these. It's gonna be Goldspan, I think. Because Immer's turn is gonna get indestructible. I mean, I could sack it, but let's see what the point would be. Not much accelerates my clock. So maybe it's just Corvold, eat the treasure, attack for 6. Okay, well, we'll do Corvold post-combat and find something good to get here. Yeah, there's another ultimatum. Let's look at that. Alright, so they can't ultimatum me. And they're at 4 life. So Chandra gets them pretty dead pretty quick. I'm assuming that they're able to get rid of these dragons. Draw 2, discard 2. Faithless Looting is the new main squeeze engine of Historic. Too good for Modern, but fine for Historic apparently. Alright, so they've got a Triumphant Return there. Oh, sorry, Triumphant Reckoning, my fault. Looks like that's going to be the mastery target. They'll get back Omniscience, and hopefully their last card in hand is not Ultimatum. Go ahead. Do it. You don't have any creatures in here other than Torrent Sculptor. Yep. Mastery for Reckoning. None of these have haste, these Torrent Sculptors. Wait, why did they choose to get back Torrent Sculptor? That's so weird. Okay, game's over. I win. Dragons triumph. Yeah, no dragons, but it's okay. We will draw into them with Chandra or something. Alright, Jasper Sentinel, no snow mana. So, the Faceless Havenless version of Elves, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. We got Chandra on 3, that's all I care about. Alright, yeah, so some kind of Elves version. Elves is a tough matchup for this deck, for sure. Just gonna get overwhelmed. Alright, so this turn is Thoughtseize and Dragonfire. Second War Master in hand is a big problem. Let's take it and try to get rid of Dragon's. Try to get rid of the Clan Caller with Dragon's Fire. Really anemic board to try to block with, especially since they're gonna pump everything with this Clan Caller right now. Alright, so second Shepherd is also a big problem. I think this turn we just get both Shepherds. As unfortunate as it is. Alright, so take care of War Master. Attack to make a token so we can play Corvold. They kill it with a token. Alright, so Magda's gone. Is it the right decision to play Maelstrom Pulse here? Might be. Let's get rid of these Shepherds. Hope we draw more land. Draw land for Chandra, maybe. try to control the board a little bit, but this is impossible to do with just removal spells. You need a sweeper of some sort. Alright, so pay the life, play the Chandra, kill the Clan Caller, lose the Chandra next turn.
I knew you needed my help. Feel the burn!
Into hopefully land Corvold, sack the Prosperous Innkeeper, and then maybe have a decent enough blocker to hold him back. Yeah, so Chandra's gone, understood.
Whatever. Figure it out on your own.
Alright, Dragon's Fire on the War Master is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. And then attack me for about 4, I think, here. Alright, well, they have to get, yeah. Just not even blocking at this point, because I need to sack it to Corvold. I don't think this is enough, honestly. It's almost certainly not enough. They play Lord, they attack, I lose. That's probably how this goes. Alright, well, them not attacking is good. The question is, do I attack? I don't think I can afford to. Maybe 1. Maybe we get 1. No. Fair enough. I really don't even have enough life to Thoughtseize. Alright, so we let them attack. We get a couple things. And kill Clan Caller at the last minute. Are you serious? Who plays Heroic Intervention? Honestly. Guess I should have gotten Clan Caller when it was tapped. When they were tapped out. Yeah, this is a pretty solid hand. Death, a Triumph for the opponent, says maybe Niv Mizzet Reborn or some kind of control otherwise. The control decks love the Triumphs. So pay the life to Growth Spiral. Pay the life again to Thoughtseize. Yep. Did he take one of the Corvolds, I'm guessing? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Innkeeper makes a treasure, Kalane's gonna make a treasure, turn 4 Corvold. Alright, 4 mana for the opponent. An Ashiok Dreamrender? This does nothing against me. I don't even run Border Passage. This is just a waste of... straight up waste of mana. Pay the life, Kalane. I just want the option to kill something if I want to, you know? Like, could take down Ashiok here, but not really worth it. Just gonna leave it as an option to do, and then we'll Corvold and put a couple of extra counters on it with Kalane. You do what you need to do, opponent. Alright, I don't love it. But we'll still be able to Corvold here. Or is Sarkhan the play? Well, Sarkhan's interesting because it makes them deal with 2 threats, right? But I think Corvold is still the play because he's going to help us draw a bunch of cards, you know, sacking our land here for growth. Alright, play land for a turn. We've got this 5/5, please don't kill it. Yeah, I mean, mill me and exile my graveyard all you want. I have no problem with that, but just don't kill this dragon. See, I wanted to play Sarkin there, but the problem is that Sarkin doesn't draw us cards the way Corval draws us cards. So that's the main issue with that play. Now, granted, we have to sack our lands to do that, so we're trying to draw into lands by sacking lands. It's not a good look, but I don't think we can attack here. I think we have to take a turn off so we can try to build up some mana. So we'll just use our mana to kill this dumb thing. See what they do. Yeah, so they kill our dumb thing, but we get to ramp. And we have another one. So maybe opponent is putting us on 0 basic lands, but that was not the case. Foretell something, cast another Ashiok. Sure. Now, this time, just to protect my library, I think I am gonna Dragonspire it, but I'm gonna get Corfold down first. Oh, I can do it now, yeah. So let's reveal this dragon and just get rid of it all the way. Okay, that's interesting. I think it is Sarkin this time. Minus it.
Feel the heat of my flames! Behold!
Alright, so got a 4/4 dragon, got a Sarkin the Masterless. What's the opponent got? Behold the Multiverse, main phase. Bottom top, draw 2. Tick-tock. 4 mana. Another languish, maybe? Gets rid of the dragon, but not the Sarkin. And then I should, if I draw land, have Kalain into... Yeah, alright. Alright. Attack you for 8.
Might demands power!
That doesn't make any sense, Sarkin. Might and power. Technically the same thing. You're a crazy Dragon Lord. Yeah, and then we'll just Kalain into Chandra, use all our mana. Yeah, absolutely.
Impossible!
You love to see it. And then counterspell for this now. Okay. So draw a card,
the best fire
deal
started.
2.
Oh, today's my lucky day.
Sorry, exile a card, deal 2. They have 3 cards left. In all likelihood, none of them help. They're dead to Chandra in 2 turns anyway, so I'm feeling pretty good about my chances here. Alright, that's about the most powerful thing they could do here.
Close your
And they're gonna bounce our token. Alright, that feels pretty bad.
dream of me. Recoil to the recess of your mind.
This is gonna hurt.
I guess I'll throw Kalain at Ashiok. Ashiok doesn't matter here. Alright, so they're gonna get rid of... Somehow they're gonna get rid of my Chandra.
Terror lurks among us.
Yep, Maelstrom Pulse kills Chandra.
I don't need this.
Alright, draw land, feel bad. No attack. Need a gold span, some kind of hasty threat.
The shadows awaken.
Oh, come on, I had 2 haste threats on top? Why'd you get rid of them? Alright, that's game. Solid hand. Thoughtseize on 1, Innkeeper on 2, Innkeeper on 3, Goldspan on 4. Take one of the Wraths, maybe, although Gideon's really annoying. Alright, take one of the Wraths. Alright, Inferno's a pretty bad draw this early. Why did it stick there? Did they draw Pact? Must have drawn Pact of Negation. Oh, that could be a bad combo with Gideon. Oh, I might have made a mistake by not taking Gideon here. The cat is hungry and she's complaining. Alright, Gideon, Emblem.
Your defeat is inevitable.
Kill Gideon. Are you serious? Alright, put Gideon to 2.
Don't force my hand.
Man, if I had had a Dragonfire there, I could have made them lose to that pack trigger. Yeah. Alright, try to kill it with Goldspan.
Let's do this.
Alright, so Kalain into Goldspan. They seem to have another pact, though. It might have been correct to do Inferno, kill Gideon, because it's uncounterable. Oh, boy. Yeah, it in fact was correct to do Inferno there. Boy, just those two mistakes, you know? Taking the sweeper and then not casting Inferno, and that was it. That was game. Yeah, I need another land to cast Inferno, so feeling pretty bad. Well, sometimes you make mistakes. What can you do?
Stand
to play
down.
around them having double Pact of Negation plus Gideon Emblem. Like, that's not something you necessarily expect your opponent to be running. Because it is so bad in almost every other matchup when you don't have Gideon. Alright, so deal a couple damage.
It's my turn.
Hope that the Chandra sticks
This'll be
around to
easy.
be able to cast Inferno. I'm going to use this Kalain to block the Gideon.
That's enough.
Okay, I don't even need to. I can just do this.
Oh, today's my lucky day.
No, I can't cast it. Want to cast it, though. Pretty classic bad play here. Oh, man. Wow. Take this seal away. At least the settle ramps me. No. Why did I take settle there? See, if I take settle, then they can... It's an instant, so they can torrential gear hold.
Stand down.
Enough!
Yeah. I feel like I played this pretty badly. Feeling pretty upset about it.
This'll be easy.
Yeah, or they could just torrential gear Hulk for Pact of Negation on this Predator. Torrential Gear Hulk for Frantic Inventory, draw a card. Gonna block with my 6/6 haste. This is terrible. Things have gone wrong. Just get out of here. Nothing I can do anyway. So phase out Inferno.
My skills are aged to perfection.
Game's over. A lot of mistakes by me there. Yeah, it seems okay. Removal, a bunch of mana dorks. We'll draw into some dragons. Seems good. Opponent plays Steam Vents. I play Castle Lochthwain. Mountain, Pyro. Alright, then it's probably just going to be this and this. So against Phoenix, maybe? Okay, Magma Jet is definitely not a card that you would see in Phoenix because it costs 2. And everything in Phoenix should cost just 1. So it's going to be Innkeeper into Kalain, I think. Or Innkeeper into second Innkeeper is also possible here. Go beyond combat, see what they do. Nothing? Okay. Then next turn it'll be Innkeeper into Kalain. I don't really have a reason to hurry. I don't have a dragon, so... First the second Innkeeper so I can get double life gain. I have a bunch of mana now. Nothing to spend it on other than this kicked Bloodchief's Thirst, which I can just do with the mana I actually have. But nice to have those extra treasures. Ramp them or sack them to Corvold. Opponent's on 5. Yeah, so the Brainstorm ban I don't think is really going to get rid of the Phoenix deck. Here's their Oxyboganos. But it definitely makes it a little bit weaker. I think we're just going to replace it with Opt, right? I mean, it's not that big a deal. Alright, get rid of the second Pyro. Kick a Thirst on this Ox. And attack you for 3. Now they have one more to put in the yard so they can get to escaping the Ox again. Which they obviously want to do because they're only holding, you know, a couple of land cards and an unknown card. Alright, so shock on something maybe? And then get back to Ox. Problem is, though, if they get rid of the Ox, that if they do bring back the Ox here, they're not going to have an ability to bring it back a second time. So if I draw removal, should be in good shape. Wow. Chooses to draw one instead of escape Ox. And then shock on the Innkeeper. Okay. Well, that's a good draw. Get a dragon up
What
there.
know you of dragons? Come to me!
Play out the land. I have no reason to hold lands in the stack. Alright. Here comes a big bull. A big Oxy bull. But we do have blocker for it. Plus Sarkhan's going to be attacking. So they get rid of most of their graveyard except for the other Ox. Draw 3 because they have no hand. Alright, it's a 5-3. Does Sarkhan get blasted with burn here? We will see. Okay, foil the dragon, sure. Alright, well Magda's a blocker. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw because I can play whatever I... Yep, Kalain. I think it's just gonna be maybe Kalain attack or Magda attack. Magda attack, okay.
I summon you!
And then next turn, Killing. I mean, I have so much mana, just do it now. Only one treasure token to, or sorry, 2 treasure tokens to spend next time on the next thing we draw, but probably worth it. And they can't rightly attack here, I don't think. Yep, sure, coil that, no problem. Alright, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
Come on!
But, I mean, it's definitely going down. And I don't think they have, no, not close to enough. Alright. Warvold, sack a treasure, draw a card, put a counter, plus on Sarkin, attack with Sarkin.
I will call the dragons.
Opponent down to 7. It's pretty good. Getting into the red zone feels pretty good. Alright, what next? Opponent gives up. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. It's not great, but because it doesn't have black, right? But ramping with Innkeeper is gonna be probably pretty good here. Discard a Kalane. You don't see a ton of Acquisitions Expert in the format. Innkeeper on 2. Maybe Kalane plus Thoughtseize next turn. Yeah, take 1 from the Expert. Fenlurker discards other Kalane. Chandra on 3? Yes, please. Oh, Immerstorm on 3? Yes, please. Nice thing about Immerstorm here is that it can't be destroyed. It can only be exiled because, or they're gonna have to have 2 removal spells for it, because Innkeeper I can sack to the Immerstorm to give it indestructible. Yeah, so Fenlurker and Expert are gonna probably try to get in here. I don't really have a block, I don't care about this at all. Let's go Chandra. Attack with a Predator. Whatever, exile a card from my yard. I don't have to do this, but I don't have a use for it either. This is up to 1 card, so you don't actually have to exile anything from the graveyard. Chandra goes plus... Chandra goes brr.
You want to play with fire, huh? Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Don't need other Chandra. Those are the only 2 in the deck, by the way. You gotta love it. Play Chandra, exile Chandra. Those are the only 2 I play. Alright, Rankle's a bit of a problem. Get it with Maelstrom Pulse, maybe? Yeah, I think I am blocking with the Innkeeper here.
Time to fight fire with fire.
So, plus on Chandra.
Oh, today's my lucky day.
It is, I can use this. I don't need to pay any extra cost. It's only a 3/3. Go ahead and Thoughtseize them. Looks like we'll take E to Extinction, which they probably should have used on Chandra rather than trying to develop their board with the Rankle, because now Rankle is gone, and they also don't have their E to Extinction. Alright. Second Rankle is another big annoyance, and it's going to get rid of Chandra. But they're also at 9. Oh, it's not going to get rid of... Oh, interesting. Alright, well, I like that. I like to keep Chandra. Sack my Immersturm. Plus on Chandra.
This'll be
nice.
easy.
This again. Yep, get rid of that. Play the Innkeeper and pass. Just Thoughtseize their Davriel, actually, instead. Alright, now their hand's pretty garbage. Should have played mana. Played
Today's
land
my
for a
lucky
turn, I
day.
guess. Alright, having a Maelstrom Pulse in hand feels pretty good. Even though it's sorcery speed, I can... Oh, boy. Alright, it did feel good when I had that, but I don't have that anymore. Come on.
Oh, this is gonna
So many
hurt.
lands. At least Chandra's helping us get through all these lands. Man, Chandra Torch of Defiance is just mid-range glue. You gotta have it. Got to have it. Yeah, I'll block you. They'll pump. Oh.
Yup, you're going down.
Alright, I guess I cast Thoughtseize. I don't really have much else to do. Unknown card is Ritual. Alright, well, these are all super duper dead, so guess I'll just take the push. 1 mana for 1 mana trade. Well, they didn't even spend the mana. Alright, so put Chandra at 4
You will
loyalty.
regret this.
Alright, Magna's fine.
This'll be
Blood Chief
easy.
Thirst is what we really want. Huh. Yeah, I guess putting them to 1 is better, right?
Well,
Oh.
that was a disaster.
That was a disaster for the opponent, my goodness. Okay. Yeah, this is a fine enough hand. Just gonna Magda on 2. Hopefully be able to Chandra on 3. Alright, you don't love to see Soul Warden. Uh-huh. Cleric class, Paladin class. Alright, well that's about as good as that could have gone for us. Yeah, so drew the land I needed. Throw the Magda at them. I'd be surprised if they blocked. Alright, that's pretty good, honestly. And then just gonna maybe Magda again and yeah, Chandra's the right play. Especially, yeah, it ramps us to Goldspan next
Let's
turn.
do this. Oh, today's my lucky day.
Alright, so opponent to 3. This is like their Righteous Valkyrie turn. You gonna throw Impassioned Aura at me? Okay. Ramp it up.
Yup, you're going down.
Ramp it up to Goldspan. Or is it Sarkin here? Make a dragon? Yeah, maybe just do that for now.
Feel the
dragon
heat
that
of
doesn't
my
have haste.
flames! Magnificent!
Celestial Unicorn. Gain a life. Or sorry, gain 2 life. Put a counter. Okay. So, what's the play? Ramp.
This'll be easy.
Goldspan. Attack you for 16.
Are you ready?
Alright, let's attack for just 12. We're definitely still doing it if we attack for 12. Innkeeper, I think, is the play off the Goldspan Treasure. So I only have 3 lands, but somehow managed to spend 7 mana that turn. Pretty good. What do you got, opponent? You can gain some life? It's cute. Sure. Gain 2. Soulmender, gain 4. I attack you for 16 and you lose? They never drew a 4th land like us, but They didn't have sweet, sweet ramping planeswalker and ramping creature like I did. Next turn, if I draw land, I can...
I will consume you!
That's a weird attack. Next turn, if I draw land, I can kill Inferno, which would be sweet. Alright, didn't draw the land, but still I'm gonna win.
Come to me.
Yep, this is 16 in the air. Hey, that's kind of what the deck is designed to do, people. That's called doing the thing. That is called doing the thing. Yeah, it seems like something we have to mull, actually. Yeah, this is okay. We don't know that we need removal. Thoughtseize will give us a good idea of what's needed. Alright, so I don't feel great doing this to into red mana. Okay, but it's not burn. It's storm. So take Greening Igneous, because that's the rampy creature. Alright. So for me, that's going to be Kalane next turn. 4 mana, turn 3. We'll see what we can use it on. Oh, okay. So, first of all, Kalane, and then that into Magda next turn, followed by turn 4 Korvold. Yeah, with Jund mana, you're not really going to be ramping on 1, because you're kind of making that sacrifice to be Jund and have removal. Alright, so them getting rid of Kalane doesn't feel great, but it's also not the end of the world. Okay, Dragon's Fire is like our best possible draw here. Decline to reveal, kill Steamkin. Yeah, we just gotta kind of get rid of everything they play, and I think we can block that weird flying skull thing. Like, yeah, they get it down, but can they ever attack with it is an interesting question, because Korvold's going to be a huge brick wall to them. I am going to be sacking land at Korvold again. Really feel bad. Bye-bye, Forest. But I do desperately need the card. Alright, well, Magda can ramp us a little bit, but Magda's kind of our worst ramp card because she has to attack. What are you going to do, opponent? You're not going to attack into this big 5/5, are you? Because that would just be silly. Not sure that Skirk Prospector is going to do them much good here. It's not going to help them attack very well. Alright, so they're what? They're trying to get rid of Korvold here? That's alright. I'll let it happen. Whatever. Oh wow, they used their Grape Shot to do it. Okay. I mean, that's about as good as it gets for us. To Thoughtseize or not to Thoughtseize? Well, they have some kind of non-land. Yeah, Sarkhan's Dragonfire can go. Not a fan, personally. One more mana to Sarkhan. Yeah. You can have your Flame Skull. No block. Then into attack with Magda. Alright, well maybe just Immerstorm then. Or is it attack with Magda, play Sarkhan? Yeah, I think attack with Magda, play Sarkhan. Because they have only 1 toughness creatures, and they might not read Sarkhan very closely. Yeah, gets in. Play the Sarkhan. They're really low on cards.
do you?
And so this should help to solidify my position better than Immer's.
Behold!
Okay. Opponent, 2 cards in hand. Ether Flux Reservoir is one of them. No attacks from opponent. So, plus Sarkin, attack for 8. Blah, blah, blah. Hopefully don't get stormed out next turn. Maybe only attack for 4 here.
To the skies!
Meh. Let's do bigger things than that. Attack you for 11. Take 11. Nah, that was wrong. If I play Innkeeper first, I can play them both. Plus I gain that life off the Innkeeper, which is just invaluable at this point. Alright, let's see if they know. No idea. Opponent has no idea. Or they're trying to get the card off the
Listen to them roar!
Flame Skull. Yeah, it's more likely that they were trying to get the card off the Flame Skull, right? Alright, Bergie's pretty good for them. That's probably what they're going to do. And then try to go off with her on the board. Alright. See if they can do it. Looting, that's a good start. Well, good for them, bad for me. Alright, but they're totally tapped out otherwise, and 2 of those were lands. That's pretty good for me. Oh, thank goodness they passed back the turn. I could have totally been dead there. Alright, opponent. Attack you for Exacties.
Might demands power!
I guess this is one more than exact because they're about to exile with Immersturm. Exile Grape Shot, so they can't hit it with Mizzix's Mastery, and attack for 12 total. What's it gonna be, opponent? What's it gonna be? Scoop. That's game. And I'm back with Jund Dragons. So, I was doing something fun with this deck for the 50th episode. I don't recommend that you play this deck on ladder, especially, but if you like this kind of thing, I mean, be my guest, right? Like, nobody's going to stop you. What I would say about card choices, I don't know that Inferno is exactly the right thing for the deck. Drawing it early feels really bad, and your lands are not mono-red, so you're not going to be able to always guaranteed use all your mana on the pumping, you know? So it was a fun thing to try out, kind of an updated Shivan Dragon for a slightly more powerful metagame these days, but don't think it's really going to do much other than in Commander decks. I might also go down to 2 Corvold because it just eats your lands so frequently. You don't have the food to sack, so it feels pretty bad in the deck. Sarkin was fine. I might go up to 2 of those. Goldspan Dragon was Goldspan Dragon. It's an incredible mid-range card that I think actually, and my mind has changed on this over time, I think Goldspan does have a place in Historic. I'm not sure what that place is yet, if there's even going to be able to be a viable mid-range deck in the best of 1 format especially, but I think Goldspan has a place in future Historic. We'll see. It does have a similar ability to Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. This was something that Charizard James pointed out on Twitter. Just the fact that Goldspan immediately pays you back 2 mana for having cast it at 5 mana. Effectively, it only costs 3 for that reason. So that's a huge mana boost, and I think Goldspan is going to be able to make some inroads into the format, although initially I was not impressed with it. Chandra is just the glue that holds the whole deck together. We're really not going to be able to even have this deck be a thing without Chandra, so very badly need that. As far as changing the removal package, I might look to drop... I don't know. Dragon's Fire was okay. I might just go over to Heartless Act altogether. Or, you know, go down to like 2 of these and then one, you know, split that with double Blood Chief, double Heartless, double Dragon. Maybe that's the way to go with the removal package. I'm not sure. But Dragon's Fire was pretty good for me a lot of the time. Especially if you have a core fold out and you get a huge dragon. Alright, so that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Historic Weekly Feature, episode number 50. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll look forward to seeing you back here next week. That's going to do it for me. This has been Evil Empire, signing off.